The impact we hope to have with kids is to strengthen them, to give them the opportunity to take more responsibility for their lives and to improve relationships with others. If they can do those two things, we're looking at success. Every story that I've heard from folks who've been involved with Highfields, that's one of the things that they say. Highfields was there. I could count on them. I could call on them. That's critical to know that there is that trust, there's that stability, there's that relationship, there's that dependability.
By the time I was 11, my mom, she really couldn't control me no more because I was basically doing anything. So I ended up getting put out my mom's house. Basically after that, I just learned how to do certain stuff by myself and had to make money by myself. After I turned 16, I had basically stopped doing a lot of the stuff I was doing. I stopped robbing people. I still got in the shootouts, but I didn't cause them. I wasn't just looking for trouble how I used to. But I got pulled over with guns in the car when I was on my way home from work. And that's what got me here. Basically everything I was doing, I thought I was doing to provide for my daughters. I'm happy I'm here because if I wouldn't have got caught that night, I would have either got caught a different time for something a lot worse, or I would have ended up getting killed. Since I got this chance from being here and being able to look at everything from a distance, I want to make sure that when I go home, I do everything right so they can have a dad in their life. I want to at least make it to see my daughter graduate and see her have a better life than I did.
I enjoy being a part of something that continues to impact lives positively. We're in 13 counties and we serve over 8,000 individuals every year. That's a tremendous influence. Wherever the kids are, that's what we're focused on.
Reaching Higher has made a significant difference in Javon's life.
Got me out of the house for the first couple hours. You know how people are when they don't get their coffee.
He felt more comfortable because around, in class with the bullies, he felt like he couldn't be himself because when he was himself, they would make fun of him. And the Reaching Higher program showed him that there was a way around it. I love this program. It's perfect for anybody who has not only a kid struggling in school or struggling with just being at home, but it helps them not have to go out in their front yard, get attacked, maybe catch a stray bullet, get attacked by some vicious dog. We have all of that. We have drug deals going on right at the corner. So that's exactly how that happens. I couldn't have asked for a better program for my once struggling child.
The ability to communicate your needs and understand others' needs is truly important. And I've seen this with youngsters who didn't have anyone to talk to, or didn't know what to say or how to say it when they were in a situation, or didn't know how to talk to their parents, didn't know how to communicate to them their hurts or their feelings, or even be empathetic with what their parents were going through. So Highfields helps in so many ways to do that and strengthen and empower there.
Between the ages 15 to 17, I went through a lot emotionally and started acting out. I decided that I wanted to be louder instead of somebody yelling at me.
She was more my easy child because I could just say something to her and she'd be fine with it. Even correction, I just have to look at her and she'd know. When that changed, I knew something was going on with her because she would just tell me flat out no, which she never did before, and then she would just walk out the door, just actions like that. I was calling friends, calling the school, calling teachers, trying to find her. She was running away at that point, calling the police, and they would track her down and get her home. She'd just run again. One time she did get sent back home. She acted out. She just pretty much destroyed the house, throwing things and having a fit.
I broke down and kind of destroyed her house a little bit.
That's when the police were called in. They went upstairs to talk to her to calm her down.
I kicked in her TV. I kicked a hole in her wall.
But she wouldn't calm down and she was angry and throwing things and she's threatened suicide again. And
I can't express things the way I'd like to and it just builds up and I burst.
Then she got very vulgar vocally with officers, and at that point they decided to take her. And I was at a loss, so I was praying. I said, God, I need help. I don't know where to go. I can go to my church, I can go to my friends, but they don't have a true understanding. And that's when Becky stepped into the picture.
Jean was hesitant to work with us because the program was so intensive, but at the same time, she was at a point where she just really wanted to do something to get her daughter back.
The MST program laid out all those foundational things that you can build on. It's just not, we'll do this and do this. They were building blocks.
Everything about MST is very strength-based, so it's one of the key components of our program. So it's looking at the strengths of that situation rather than always focusing on what's negative.
If it wasn't for getting pregnant in MST, I probably would not have finished high school. I probably wouldn't be talking to my mom. I had a lot of support that I didn't know was there until I did what I did. That is probably the only thing that has me here today is my mom and her faith and her love, because she never stopped.
Hearing what an impact it makes, because it might be on a day that we're having a really hard time with a client. So getting that feedback from parents years later is amazing and wonderful and so appreciative.
What Highfields does do is helping people to get the tools they need to be responsible for themselves, but also be able to effectively communicate with others, not only their needs, but understand your needs as well. Our families, your friends, the ones you know, the kids in your community, they need Highfields.